Blaised. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed.
What is up, everybody? Hello. How's it going out there in the digital wrestling world? We got some people popping in already. This is the Get Blaised talk show where we let you guys jump in character, out of character, up a character, down character, whatever you want to do. We're going to talk about LTD. We're going to talk about 2K23. We're going to review what has happened here in the company. We're going to preview what's about to happen in the company as well. And we're going to go over the digital wrestling cards that were released. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today, and then we're going to go right into our show, which is our final, Return to the Surface show. We've had our almost apocalypse. Oh, boy. We know who the culprits are. We know who's responsible, and we will hold them accountable here. I'm talking to you, Monstar. I'm talking to you, Sean Shamrock. I'm talking to you, Mr. Pete Wall. Well, let's see who we got in the building here. Jenna Wolverine is here. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. See odds of that. There he is. Odds in the building. Great to see you. Oh, there's Monstar. Yeah, you stay in hiding, my friend, Mr. Rocky Mercy, if you will. Crushing Kelly's in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. Please hit the thumbs up, guys. Share it out. The more the merrier. We will talk a little bit about the game and some of the settings that we've all been struggling with or trying to work around. Every year when these games come out, 2K gives us a little task for us Efeders, which is to work around a lot of the issues out there. Triple Beat's in the building. There he is. Welcome in. Good to see you. So we will discuss that. Oh, the Grinder Gang showing. What's the chance of that? The odds are in favor, I guess. There he is. Odds back in the building. Lenny Wrestling. There he is. Big shout out to Lenny. I appreciate you, my friend. Great dude I met over on Vince McSham's channel. You are the shit, my friend. Thanks for joining the show. We're going to bring up a lot of information about the match cards. We'll go over this match card coming up today. Plus, we're going to release all 1, 2, 3, 4 shows for next week. Hey, it's my boy Aggie in the building. What's up, man? Good to see you. Gonna make another trip with this guy to make some money next month. Great to see you. Big shout out to my man Ags up in the building. So what we're going to do today is go over a lot of stuff. I did drop the StreamYard links in the private Skype chat, the private LTD Facebook group, and our Twitter group as well. So if you want to join, we got a couple people in the green room right now hanging out. There's TJ. Good to see you. So you know the deal, the thumbs up, share it out, all that good stuff. And we're going to talk shop about what I like to call digital wrestling. I like to refer to it as a creation and simulation federation. It's a active role-playing game in the live chat for each and every one of you guys and gals. I'm blessed to have over 70 different people associated with the company once again. And it really makes me want to do the gathering once again. For those who've been around for a couple years know, the gathering is where I celebrate all the other channels that are associated with this company. So if you have a character and you have your own channel with your own Efed, we'll have the logos up. We'll have a gathering tournament once again, celebrate. And I like to give some love to the other channels out there trying to do the same thing. There's so many different ways to do it. Speaking of Chance, Mr. Grinder Gang used to have a little show we do on these StreamYards and on Twitter Spaces called A Conversation. Conversation. I don't like the word "caw" because creator wrestler is what we do. It's not who we are. We are digital wrestlers. So I'm all this anti-caw campaign out there. Caw. I'm not a bunch of freaking crows. However, it's just fun. I love digging on people. I like, at the end of the day, we do that all the time because people, if you know someone that says at the end of the day, they probably say it way too much. Another thing that really cranks my nads sometimes and makes me crack jokes on them is people that say, to be honest, or not going to lie, to tell the truth. So what is that? That infers that you're normally lying? I'm a ball buster. That's what I do around here. It's all in fun. So we are an interactive digital wrestling game for your entertainment. You have creations. You have control over your creations, but not how they results are. So get used to losing is basically what it is. If you're good at losing, you'll be happy in this game and you'll have fun. So that's what we do around here. So sit back, relax, strap it in, strap it on, strap it up, strap it down. We're going to be silly. We're going to be wild. We're going to be wacky like we always do. We got a digital wrestling show coming up directly after this. We'll go over that match card. And yes, I said 4 shows a week now. So we had the Lethal brand, the Empire brand, and the Battle Queen brand. We brought them all together for Stable War. And now we're going to separate them again and actually add a 4th brand. The 4th brand will be our Legacy brand. Legacy has been something we've used for some of the shows in different capacities. Now, the Legacy brand, we'll go over the new rosters here soon too. I have a poster. We'll go over all the rosters. There is some shuffling, so some people move to different brands. Some people are staying the same brand. So we will be live 4 times a week, starting tomorrow night, Sunday at 10. I used to do the little Wednesdays at 6, Friday at 9, Wednesdays at 6, Friday at 9. Get that out of your head. Now we're 10-4, good buddy. 10 on Sunday, 4 on Tuesday, 10 on Thursday, sometimes a little earlier, depending on how long the WrestleSense podcast goes, which if you dig real professional wrestling, or I guess it's still real to me, damn it. Professional wrestling at its finest. We like to review it every week with me and some of my friends that are in the industry. CJ Sensation, DH Bruiser, and Wrestling with Doc, good old Doc. We talk about WWE, AEW, and everything in between, including local professional wrestling, which those dudes, they'll be heading out to RWA tonight. We previewed it on Thursday. Check it out. If you have it, please, if you're subscribed to this channel, do me a favor and subscribe to this channel too. Tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your father, send a telegram. We're trying to build that channel. And for those that have YouTube channels, you know it ain't easy to build your YouTube channel, but that's what we're trying to do right now. Check out the WrestleSense podcast every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on that channel. And we'll see if you guys, what your wrestle sense is, which basically is your opinion on wrestling. Don't listen to all these podcasters that tell you you're not a wrestling fan if you don't like this or you don't like that. You can like whatever you want to like, hate who you ever want to like, hate, boo who you ever want to boo, cheer who you want to. That's the beauty of being a professional wrestling fan. Let your inhibitions just go crazy. Forget about the real world. We call it escapism here on the channel, and that's what I want to bring to you. I always say no matter what ails you or what might be bringing you down, hopefully we can take it away for a couple hours, now 4 nights a week, as we go Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And we're going to test that out, see how it goes. We'll rotate it. So if Lethal is on Thursday one night, it might be a Tuesday the next week and so on and so forth. So if you're out there and you're in the company and you got something to say, pop into the chat, whether it's in character or out of character. I don't care. I love you guys, but we get the same people here on this podcast all the time. But if we do get those same people, we'll bring them on, have them talk, have them share their thoughts, and pick their brain a little bit. So before I ramble too much, and we're an hour into the show, let's get right to why we're here. And that's to review Leaning Towards Death Wrestling. We've had this predicament that we've been in recently where a certain group who now has 40% ownership of the company had decided to try to take over. That's a common story in professional wrestling. It's happened here in this company a bunch of times too. There ain't nobody taking over. This is our company, all of us, and we'll do our best to keep it that way. Daniel Barry's in the house. Good to see you. Keep those thumbs up coming. 9 already on the board. You guys are awesome. I appreciate that. Turmoil's in the house as well. Good to see you. Big match for you tonight. Stay tuned for more on that, you morons. I mean that in the kindest way. Before we get down to business, we will be right back after this commercial break. We're going to do a couple commercial breaks, and I've already thrown this out the other night, and if you haven't heard it, I'm looking for commercials. Whether it's a commercial for your company, I need non-copywritten. I know someone sent me one that has copyright music. I can't use that, unfortunately, but we'll work on if you have a company, if you have a silly product. I know Yeti. I want that Yeti Cock 6 coffee commercial, my friend. I heard it last night on his show. I tried to record it, but you guys can send audio. You can send me a script and I'll read it. We've done all types of weird commercials in between. I want to bring something a little bit new in between matches. Our load times are a little faster, so we're happy about that. But I want to do commercials and have fun. So here's an example of a couple commercials. One's mine, one's a little throwback. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. I don't have to say that. They're going to say it.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Blaised Brew proudly brings to you Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. Comes in a wide variety of flavors and colors. Available now at your local liquor stores, beer distributors, grocery stores, gyms, hairdressers, gas stations, restaurants, doctor's offices, pubs, bars, brothels, strip clubs, and street corners. Eliminator Beer, get one now. You won't be disappointed. You'll be shit-faced drunk.
The fun, all the shows A to Z and the facts. What's behind what you see? TV Guide, the whole world of TV. That's entertainment. The stars underneath all the glow and the news from the people who know. TV Guide, it's a fabulous show. So buy a TV Guide and read TV Guide. That's entertainment.
Hey, taking you way back with that one for those. Might be a little older than a lot of you guys and gals out there, but hey. TV Guide, remember those? And remember those things called magazines and books back in the day? They had these things called those things. Yeah, what's the odds of someone sending in a commercial like that? I have no idea odds. Gregory Blakely is in the building. Great to see you, my friend. Well, I am here to be your whipping post. Sorry, Goddess, to steal your company's name, but I always say, whether you're laughing with me or at me, you're smiling. And that's what it's all about, folks. That's what it's all about. J. Jules Barrett is in the house. There she is. Still waiting to find out where J. Jules Barrett, Jessica Vesuvius, and Rick Logan Parfit are. We know they're alive. We know they survived this fake almost apocalypse. So what had happened was, It's Cowboy John in the house. Great to see you. You guys are rocking the likes, rocking that chat. Keep it going. So what happened was we had ownership shift here. A man named Mr. Pete Wall, former world champion here, and owner of Pillar to Post here on YouTube. Make sure you check that out. And a man named Mr. Mercy, formerly known as Sean Shamrock, another former world champion who runs Monstar Sports and Entertainment here on YouTube. Check his shit out too. You won't be disappointed. But here, what they did was they linked up with the firm of Beaumont. I don't even want to think of their names. Royal and Henstock. Former owners, Matt Henstock, way back in the Efed days, helped me run this company. David Beaumont was a worker for Lethal Championship Wrestling, where LTD was born in the year 2000. And Scott Royal, my former partner, enemy, friend, former owner as well. Those three, along with Pete Wall and Mr. Mercy, they have 40% ownership here in the company now. Your boy Blaised, along with the Steel City Committee, have 40% also. And then a guy named Radio Rex has 20%. Tonight on this show, he will make his decision. He has to give up that 20%. Part of it's because if he wants to wrestle again, oh boy, he cannot be an owner and a wrestler. I'm trying to tell Pete Wall the same damn thing, but it's not working. We'll talk more on that later as well. So Rex will make his decision later on today as well. But let's talk about the return to the surface. Digital wrestling, we found ourselves going into hiding because that conglomerate, which is, I just basically call them the conglomerate, have, they created what they thought would be an extinction level event. Earthquakes, floods were supposed to ravage the land. We went into hiding. Everyone was okay as long as they were in a fallout shelter or high in the mountains. But as we came back at the beginning of this week to the surface, we found out not so much a really disaster as we thought it would be. It was a ruse. It was a fake. They were trying to get us to go underground in hiding so they can take over, so they can rule the combat kingdom and turn it into a freaking wasteland. And it ain't gonna happen. Like Pete Wall likes to say on his channel, it ain't happening. But before we get to all that stuff, let's talk about good news. The Digital Collector Card Series. I started this last year as an avid card collector and as a digital graphic artist as well. I wanted to bring you guys a little something different. And those who run your companies out there, that's a key, I think, partially to success, is trying to go outside the box, do something a little different. Everyone does it their own way. There's no wrong way to do this Efed stuff. But what I wanted to do is turn the roster pages into something special on the Wix website. You can always check out that Wix website. I talk about it. Nightbot will drop the link. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. Good job, Johnny 5. Nightbot's on point here today. So I decided to create digital wrestling cards for you guys. Created a template. I will put in your moves, your title history, etc., etc. You can also look at all the title history on the website. You want to go all the way back to the beginning of the company and find out who's the first tag champs, who's the first lethal champ. I'm going to find out that there was a gladiator title before that became the G6 title. There's a lot of stuff that I try to do to distinguish LTD. There's no shot on any other company. Like I said, everyone does everything their own way. But one thing I find out in a lot of companies, a lot of people don't know who the champions are. It's hard to remember all that, especially you guys that are in digital wrestling. You're not in one company. You're not in two. You're in 4, 5, 6, 80 companies or whatever. So help your customers, help your employees, help your friends, help your people in your company know more about it. Open up a free Wix website if you can. Just one page. Put the champs on there. Put the roster on there. Put the match card on there. Whatever, if you can. It makes it so easy. And yes, odds, I would never knock how someone does it. I'm not a fan of having the HUDs on there so you see the status of the wrestlers and stuff. But those who play the game, that's a pain in the ass to turn them on and off every time you want to do a show. But I want to make something as realistic to a wrestling TV show that I can. Aside from the point of ignoring you guys in the chat, because you are what makes this happen. You guys, I call myself the Dungeon Master because I want this to be like Dungeons and Dragons. If you ever played it, you do something in the live chat, we react to it. However, there's limits. No politics, no religion, no rape, no murder, That's an unwritten rule that should be very easily. You're not going to attack someone without it being planned, but you can jaw at them, trash talk, all that good stuff. That's what I want in the live chat. And you guys do it so well. But there's different levels of engagement. I've talked about it. We'll do more in the conversation later on about the game. Some people are up here. They want to role play. They love their character. They're all into it. They do every show. They watch all the replays. Some people are in the middle. You know, they're happy to be a part of it, but they can't see all the shows. They got family, got kids, they got, you know, jobs to do. And some people, you know, they pop in every once in a while, or they come just during the summer, just during the winter to be a part of this every once in a while. I want to welcome as many as possible. It's a tough task because I do not allow people to have alternate characters, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 characters. And some people do. That's fine. On here, I want to include as many people as I can. And that's part of the gathering. That's why I want to celebrate everyone out there. Commentary too. You do not, Cowboy John. You're funny. And I can't wait till you come back to. Some people do commentary. Some people don't. That's all on you. I would love to do commentary for everybody who's wanted me to over the years. I just can't. For those that know me personally, I've had some health issues that keep me on here, and I couldn't do shows every day. I'd stream every day, all day for you guys if I could, and support as many channels as I can. Right now, I'm doing a little better, so we're going to go to 4 shows. We're going to keep them around 2 hours. We're going to have our super cards on Saturdays once a month, and then a mega card, which is coming up. We're going to announce that. So here I go rambling again. Let's get into the digital wrestling cards and talk about some. Almost half. There's over 130 cards. I'm actually going to add 2 more packs of cards at the end for those who have recently joined. We have new members that I'm so happy to have here. But here's an old box of LTD wrestling cards for 2023. We're going to open up some packs here. I like to bring them out in packs of cards, which are basically 6 cards a piece. And that's how I started doing it. I like to do that just in little blasts. I hope you guys enjoy the cards. I put a lot of work into them. I want you guys to have something special. And keep in mind, you can always have these cards put on a t-shirt. We had, I think it was Cody Hagan last season. He took his digital, he said, can I wear the digital wrestling card shirt as my digital wrestler? And I thought that is freaking gold. So as Cody came down to the ring, you saw the front of his digital card here. Put it on the back as well. And you can get that t-shirt on the Wix website. I mean, our TeePublic store. Come on, Johnny 5. Where's my TeePublic link? He's not listening to me. I thought maybe he'd put it up right away. But check out, there it is up here. TeePublic store. You can get your digital wrestling card put on a t-shirt, put on a mug, put on a notebook, anything. And it does help support the channel as well. We'll talk about members also later. We have a lot of people gifting memberships, which I think is so awesome. You guys, temporary members, permanent members, it doesn't matter. I don't like bugging people about that, but it does help us do more on the channel. Expand to the green screen, the lighting, the monthly service for StreamYard, so I can bring out as many people. We got a couple people already in the green room. I'll bring them in here momentarily, but let's take a look at the first shipment of cards starting out alphabetical order. So let me close out couple things here. Now this is pretty interesting. You'll see some names that aren't with the company anymore, but this is the checklist from last year's. We had a ton of people come through and put digital wrestling cards for each and every one of them as well. So check it out. That's the old series of cards there. And right now, majority of these cards are up as their roster pages. I will add the new ones as well. Someone requests to have their card sent to them, I can do that for you if you're not with the company anymore. And the open door policy is if you've been with the company, you can come back. However, we're getting close to maxing out the roster already, which I'm just blessed to have been able to say. Drum Monkey's in the building. Wait, I missed your button. Good to see you, Drum. So starting out with Aiden Nightwalker as our first card. This is the the setup for this year's cards. I tried to change it from last year's, but keep it simple. I'm a huge card collector, if you know, from the Blaised card shows and stuff like that. So I've designed these cards to make sense. Plus, the back of the cards you'll see have stats about each of these performers, their hometowns, their height and weight only for the guys, the names of their finishers, their setup, their alternate move, and their submission, which is basically your finisher 1, finisher 2, signature 1, and signature 2. And for those that don't know, I've been saying this more often. The way you set up your character can make a difference. And that's keep in mind your signature one normally sets up your finisher one. If you watch these guys, that's why I have the burner, which is a fireman's carry cutter. When you make sure, what I try to tell people, when you set up your signature one, don't make it a pinning maneuver, make it a setup maneuver, because a lot of times you'll see these wrestlers do the signature one and then get ready for their finisher. So that's why I have a finisher with a pinning maneuver as finisher one. Now, one rule that we do here, which other people have differently, but I allow one submission maneuver, either signature 2 or finisher 2. So, and you can have 0 finishers. I mean, submission if you don't want to have a submission finisher in the top 4, that's fine. Your character will still have submissions. There's a category for that. I wanted to go into detail on the game itself, setup, game settings. We'll talk more about these later on. Game settings, and then the difference between personality traits, attributes, and tendencies. Confused? Yes, it can be a little confusing, but it actually makes a difference this time around. There was a video going around where the AI attributes not transferring to universe mode. So we're doing all this work trying to customize our characters, and it ain't doing shit, apparently, unless you do a new universe mode, go back out, go in. It sort of triggers all those settings to work. And there's a video. If someone out there doesn't have it, I'll send it to you. I sent it to a bunch of people earlier, and he proves that it works by the pinning meter. I don't use the pinning meter because I don't play the game. I'm not a gamer. Go figure. But there's a lot of ways you can set up the game to make it work better for you. I thought that the rivalry stuff was going to be big for us, but it doesn't, seem to work as well as I thought it would. But we'll see. Neo's in a building. There's another one. NCW out there putting in a great product as well. So many great channels. And like I said, we'll celebrate them with the gathering. Really got to move through these cards because I think I got like 44 cards to cover here. So we'll breeze through them. You guys can go back and look at them and test them out. So I will barrel through a lot of these cards. They're all up on the my Twitter. If you scroll through my Twitter, the private LTD group chat, as well as my Instagram, you can see all these digital cards. They will be, once I release them all, they'll be available on the website and for merchandise. Andy Price, the ominous Andy Price's card from Auckland, New Zealand. Always love having him around, a Madness Asylum disciple. Angelita Nightwalker as well, the Sinister Sheenom for the Battle Queen division. Atticus Black, one of the G6 champions. The Chaos Reaper. And if I mess up anything, please let me know. I mean, I screwed up D-Trains, a couple other ones. I'm not perfect. I rush through these sometimes to get them out and to do 6 at a time. So if I make a mistake, just point it out. Brooklyn Joker's good at pointing out my mistakes. But I appreciate that. He's like, he's helping me audit what I do, and I appreciate that a lot. So please point out things I do wrong, folks. Do not feel bad about it. I'm not perfect. I never claim to be. But I really appreciate your help when you guys do help me. So overlook things. I try to proofread everything at least once, but sometimes I miss stuff. Miles Stanley Ward, there's our world champion in the building. Patty's in the house as well. And the whole set will be done by 2026. That's right. Well, there's 130 cards, man, plus I'm adding. So I think it's up to 142. And we're only at 44 released so far. So I will continue releasing them. Yes, they're going to be based off the 2K22 characters. Big Daddy Beard. I love his new look. He was all about it. And we gave him a Shaft type of look from the 70s. Dig it, dig it, dig it. He's part of the Manic Mafia now, too. Big Daddy Beard. # Leo Gang, my man. Check him out on Big Daddy Beard Gaming and Promotions. I try to support as many gaming channels as I do because I don't really game. But I do love watching people game and clowning on stuff. Blade Charge, one of the Grand Slam champions. You see, we're going to highlight the Grand Slam champions with a little logo there. Anyone that's had 4 or more of the singles titles, you can see he's been Blitzkrieg World, Crazy 8, and Lethal champ. Bone Dog, the Banana Man. The Bone Dog. Happy birthday to the Bone Dog. His birthday was the other night. Hope you're still here. He's probably still recuperating. Dude's a party animal. Part of the party animal tag team with Brian LG. That's card number 7. We got Brandon Ace. Still wondering if he's going to return to LTD. I ain't holding my breath. The man should have never had an LTD contract in the first place. Big shout out to Brandon Ace, the Charm City player, if you will. Baltimore. Oh, the Baltimoreans out there. Brian LG there. He is another Grand Slam champion, former world champion as well, former lethal champ. Man is highly decorated, Brian LG. You'll notice some people have different looks now compared to their 22 look, but that's all it's about. Goddess is agreeing with something. I don't know what she's agreeing with. Good to see you, Goddess of Pain, in the building as well. Oh, now we got to talk about the Baltimore. Now we got to talk about Cleveland. Where's my shit emoji? Oh, sorry. It's good enough. It's behind my green screen, so I can't get it. You're lucky. You're lucky, King of Cleveland. Hit that thumbs up, everybody. I appreciate you joining the show here. We got Brooklyn Joker in the house, another G6 Gladiator 6-man tag team champion. We'll have a G6 match here tonight as well. Joker, part of the Sudden Death Society. Bubs, big shout out to Bubs, made her return. Ace should have never been signed. Goddess agrees with you. Thank you. Bubsy, big shout out to Bubs. Captain Danger, there's his digital wrestling card. We going in alphabetically order here. Captain Danger. Some people I have their ring entrance and their ring attire. Some people I have their alternate attire if they have two different looks, because I want to give a little bit of variety with the cards here. Let's see. As we continue to go, we're going in alphabetical order for anybody who knows their ABCs and 1, 2, 3. It's Carmen Gonzalez, former Battle Queen champ. She's our current tap out princess as well. She's got a big fight next week. I'm going to announce that here tonight as well. So you see all the details on her. Chance Harper. Will he be returning? He's been trying to retire, but we have him chained up in the basement, so he can't go anywhere. He'll be back very soon. And Drum Monkey's his tag team partner. So, Chance, you don't want to disappoint your boy Drum Monkey and not come back, do you? Yeah, I'm playing up to that. The man with a million monikers. Look at his nicknames. And that's only like half of the nicknames he has, man. They don't call him the Yellow Pages for nothing, people. CJ Sensation, part of the WrestleSense podcast, they had some matches in 22, so I figured to give them a digital card as well. CJ, a real live professional wrestler for 25 years and a current referee in the indie scene. He's actually has wins over a man named CM Punk. You might have heard of him. Fought people like Dolph Ziggler and a bunch of other professional wrestlers in the past. Big shout out to CJ Sensation. And we got another one coming up later. Clint McCleary, our only double champion right now. He is our lethal champion as well as our internet champion. And he'll be defending those in an upcoming supercard. We'll talk about that later. Jamar's in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. You guys got the thumbs banging. I appreciate that. He's not as colorful this time around because I guess we clowned on him too much. But Clint McCleary is back. The Pope of Dilly Bars. I mean, Dilly Gal. I'm hungry for Dairy Queen. Cody Hagan, his digital wrestling card as well. The Hellraiser. Cougar Knight and her digital wrestling card. Big shout out to Cougs. I'll be releasing more cards later on in the week. I'm all caught up to the ones that I created. And keep in mind, we're also going to have tag team cards and stable cards from Stable War 12. So I'll be bringing you some tag team cards, Stable War cards. We do have a special card for the members of the Great Hall that were inducted last season as well. So we've got a lot coming up here. Count Z going to make his return here today. Count Wraithnock and the French Toast Crunch, one of my favorite finishing names. I named it. Cowboy John, there he is. I always keep forgetting to say the Goddess and Cougar are sisters, but then I think everyone's all like adopted and part sister 3 times. I don't know who's freaking related or not. I don't care who you're related to, and I don't care who you're banging. I say that all the time. Relationships in digital wrestling happen, but we don't really focus on that around here. Some companies you can go and that's all the huggy, kissy, cuddly, and the I don't care where your PP's at or where your VJ is at, folks. This is professional wrestling. We are gladiators of the Combat Kingdom trying to take over the world. So there. South Carolina, Cowboy John. There's Crimson Ninja, now known as Azrael Black. He was still Crimson Ninja when we created this, so he is the Death Merchant Azrael Black, his digital wrestling card. Hey, a future member of the roster here, as soon as Goddess finishes his character. R-Man True is in the building. Good to see you, R-Man True. Big shout out to Goddess and Pete specifically for cranking out a lot. Speaking of cranking out a lot of wrestlers and then letting people adjust them to their channels and stuff. That helps so much. It's such a process. If you guys out there creating characters, it's not easy. Well, Yeti's driving. Oh, Jesus. Steam. Oh, damn you, Yeti. Where's my Coccyx Coffee commercial? Danny Wells from the Second City Dojo. He had a lot of success here as well. We do have people in the green room hangout. We'll bring you guys on here when we start talking about match cards and what's coming up. We got big breaking news during the show as well. As I stated, Radio Rex will make his decision on his ownership in LTD. He has to give it up. Will he give the 20% to me and the Steel City Committee, and then we have majority ownership? Or will the conglomerate have ownership? Oh, I don't even want to think about it. Let's keep going. We're halfway home with the cards here. DH Bruiser, another member of the Wrestle Sense podcast. Big shout out to DH as well. And his digital wrestling card from Brooklyn. Count's poisoning you. Oh, that ain't good, goddess. And Doc, Count is poison. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. You might want to find a new man. I don't know where you'll find one, but good luck. My man Doc, the voice of Western Pennsylvania indie wrestling. 4 different companies, I believe he works for, doing commentary. Great friend of mine since way back in the street hockey days. We met each other about 30 years ago or so. Holy hell. And big shout out to Doc. Will they return to 23? I don't know. Dragonheart. We got Dragonheart in the building. There is the Cypher Dragon himself. Let's get his out. Let's move on. How's it going? Dragonheart. We got Dragonheart in the building. There is show on him. I just brought him on the show.
What up?
Hey, brother.
Not too much, but there is something else. Jose done did his whiz again.
Oh yeah, what do you think of your card, man? I love putting these together for you guys.
Yeah, he will always be known as a Cypher Dragon, but let's just say he evolved. He's evolved, Blaised. He's now known as the Neo Tachyon Dragon.
Woo! I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Hey, I just want to.
And this was courtesy of my boy Jose.
Gotcha. What about Hose B? Where's Hose B at?
he should be around. Don't worry, I'll let him know that you asked about him.
Yeah, right overhead. Anyhow, I'll bring you back on in a little bit when we talk about the matches, my friend. Stay tuned.
Understood.
Always love. We have some of the most amazing, unique characters, people behind the scenes of these characters. I love people to get in. Talk about someone who gets into their character. Greg is awesome. Sometimes he gets so into character, people don't realize it, and they're like, what's wrong? I mean, he tried to set the ring on fire once, for goodness sakes. All right, Drum Monkey. The Drum Monkey in the building. Yeti's out there letting off queefs. Come on, Yeti, close your legs, for goodness sakes. Drum Monkey's card here. Awesome. Love doing this for everybody. Getting your digital wrestling cards out so you guys can check them out. The D-Train, chugga choo-choo. He'll be making his return. He's been marked safe from that almost apocalypse. Well, everyone pretty much is. We just got to bring them all together. The D-Train. I'll let you know right now, he is in the Legacy brand. We will be covering who's in what brand very, very soon as well. D-Train. We got Firestar, our current battle queen, making her return to leaning towards Death Wrestling in 2K23 as well. Firestar. There's her digital wrestling card, her finishing move. She's been Tap Out Princess and Battle Queen. Love having Firestar aboard. Franco Ricci, haven't heard from him yet, whether he's coming back or not. Boy, did he make some waves when he joined late in 22. With his voice, he caused a lot of waves at first, talking trash, but then he won the world title because we let everyone have the opportunity at World Championship. Well, this time around, it's a little different so far, but I'm still trying. That's why it's so important that Radio Rex gives me the ownership. Kill shots in the bill. We'll talk about that later. I get upset just thinking about it. Franco Ricci, big shout out to him. Doors always open for a return from the Italian Madman. Frostbite, man, what a story with him. He's on the shelf right now. The man's allergic to heat, basically. And Frostbite, the frozen one, has been, well, he was literally set on fire. He took it out on John Breakdown, formerly known as John Breakdown, now just known as Breakdown. Frostbite pulled out, I call it some kind of super freezing. It's not really a fire extinguisher. He froze the head of John Breakdown. John Breakdown recovering from frostbite on his head, literally frostbite. But John Breakdown, even though now wearing a mask known as Breakdown, got his revenge even after a loss against Frostbite by setting the damn guy on fire. Now, shit happens. It is the Combat Kingdom. Can't do much about that. So, Frostbite, we wish you a speedy recovery and possible return someday here to LTD. Love creating his character. Shout out to Paul out there. The Goddess of Pain. There she is. The sister of Cougar Knight. Yeah, I'm counting on it, Patty. But being nice to him, that's your job. That's your job. Neo likes Ricci Franco. You like to stomp on his head. Okay, fair enough. A lot of people do. I think he wants people to think that. Goddess of Pain, the booty buster finisher. I got that put back in your finisher. I fixed that for you, Goddess. 4-time Battle Queen champ. We have a lot that are 4-time Battle Queen champs. So we'll be talking about qualifiers for them coming up too as we go over the match card. Hot Fire Rose. It's getting hot in here. Hot Fire Rose in the house. Ooh, I see an error. So I got to fix Hot Fire Rose's card. So when I put the image on the right, I covered up the name of her finisher. Right now it's just Plant Drago. So I'll fix that as well. Making mistakes. Trying to hammer these out as fast as I can so we can continue. Hey, She-Hulk Chick is pregnant. Shulky's pregnant, so she won't be fighting for the 5th Battle Queen title. We also have Cougar, a 4-time Battle Queen champ. Lady Devil, a 4-time Battle Queen champ. The race to the first ever 5-time Battle Queen champion is still out there. Hot Cheese on the platter. There she is, the wife of the Bone Dog. Love little banana dance for Hot Cheese. Jade Barrett, Jade Jules Barrett. Got a lot of good feedback from Jade and company from her card. Love it, love it, love it. Jules from Blackpool, England. Jake Bagwell, Gentleman Jake as he's called now, taking money from the conglomerate, following in the footsteps of Pete Wall and Mr. Mercy. Oh boy, heaven. Mercy, mercy me. All decked in gold along with his wife Whisper in 23, but this is 2 different looks of formerly the Enforcer, now Gentleman Jake. It's so tough to call him Gentleman Jake for those that really know him. Let's see who else we got here as we close it out. Jamar. This is, I think, pack number 6. We're almost to the end. Jamar's had 2 different looks. He has a new look here in 23 as well. The Atlanta Ace. Jay Vulture, we're in the final pack, which was just released the other day. So check it out on all social media. Jay Vulture, the Scavenger. His digital wrestling card. Check out UCWE on Mondays here on YouTube as well. Part of the Gathering, another great channel where Jay Vulture and this man, Jay Dog, bring you the action. That's pretty much what he did do, Matt Storm. He will not be back. Get in the chopper. Get in the ambulance. No, that's a terrible. I apologize for that. Jeff Matthews, digital wrestling card. There's Mr. Jeff Matthews. Lone Soldier getting his digital card as well. Jen Richards, the Demon Dragoness, the Wolverine, former Battle Queen, Jen Richards. And closing in out here soon. And then we'll get to the match cards and some more of our guests in the back. Jesse Jackhammer Nation in the house. Jesse Jackhammer, another Canadian here in the building. Atticus Black is here. There we go. Already at 15 likes. Keep them coming, guys. You guys are amazing. Appreciate all the support. All right. Jessica Vesuvius, the final card that has been released here so far. Got a lot more digital cards that will be released in the near future. We do have some breaking news. We will be releasing some information now on the brand new show. A brand new show coming up here for Leaning Towards Death Wrestling. And we're going to go to another commercial break and talk about another different show. Anybody want to go to a block party?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Ooh, froze up.
Hey there, kids. How would you like to play a brand new game? That's right, WWE Block Party, featuring CM Punk and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Get the running knee on the Stone Cold. Hit CM Punk with a Stone Cold Stunner. Maybe even a Thesz Press. That's right, kids. Do whatever the hell you want inside of the Mexico Plaza with these amazing Block Party characters. WWE Block Party. Coming soon to a console near you. Game not real. Don't actually buy.
I'm frozen again.
Genesis does.
16-bit arcade graphics.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis does.
16-bit sports action.
You can't do this on Nintendo. Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis
Does.
Genesis does.
Get Joe Montana free, Pat Riley free, Buster Douglas free, Super Monaco GP free, or Collins free.
Genesis does.
What Nintendo don't? Buy a 16-bit Genesis system between now and October 31st and get an extra game.
Holy hell, man. My shit's really messing up. That's a messed up commercial, isn't it? Not the Block Party one. Big shout out to Triple B. Had a little glitchy in the middle of it there, but Genesis is like, fuck you, Nintendo. You can't do this shit. Genesis does. Fuck you, Nintendo. That's what it should be. Yeah, I see me dancing in the corner. I did it on purpose. You're jealous, Neo. You're jealous. Big shout out to Triple Beat for that commercial, man. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I want to watch it again.
Hey there, kids. How would you like to play a
I love it. Give me more, Triple Beat. I want more of those. Anyone else that has commercials out there, please feel free to send them in. Whether it's for your show or not. Oh, now I got to find out where I was. I'm all discombobulated. Yeah, be happy that I'm discombobulated. I don't know why this is freezing up on me. Oh, well. We'll get there. We'll get there, folks. We deal with everything. We roll with the punches around here, people. You kind of got to. There's a million cards. Holy sheep shit. Let's talk about the champions that we have currently here in LTD, finally updated to our 2K23 champions. Misha Ramji and Hotfire Rose, still your current double Duchess champs. Ooh, I didn't change the name of Jessica Vesuvius. There's another error. Tap Out Princess is Carmen Gonzalez. So Jessica looks pretty weird there. Hey, man, if you can't make fun of yourself and get better, you got to make mistakes to get better, right? Hunter McIntyre's our newest champion, a Blitzkrieg champion, the Crazy 8 champ, Killa Neptune. Clinton McCleary is our internet and lethal champion. Tag team champs, Teddy and Leo, the House of X. Firestars, our Battle Queen, and Miles Stanley Ward, our world champion. And I'm Cougar Boy. There's Jesse Jackhammer. Just showed your card a little bit ago. Big shout out to Jesse Jackhammer in the building. So let's get to the meat of this show here, because we got a show to do in about 20 minutes. We're going to pop on a couple people waiting in the green room and talk to them. Actually, let's talk to one now. There he is. The man behind the Block Party. What's up, Triple B?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on, Blaze?
How you doing, my friend? So
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
So what inspired you to do the Block Party? I remember when you could set the blocks and have them fight, but that's hilarious, bro. I love it.
It was just something that was random. Like, I always made a CM Punk character in Minecraft. And when they brought it to the games, I was like, you know what, I'm going to make one. And then I was like, I should make a roster of these and see if it catches on. And I might actually go through and make even more of them and make alternate commercials like now adding Degeneration X, or just different, different characters.
I dig it. I remember Shifty had a lot of fun with the big heads. Remember the big heads you could do in the game? You could have big head matches. So that's another thing is that's the type of stuff. The things that Triple Beat does, and a big shout out to him on his channel here on YouTube and Twitch. Definitely make sure you checking him out. He does great stuff. I'm not just blowing smoke just because you're here. I really enjoy what you do, my friend. We laugh. When I go to your show, I've never been to your show and not laugh.
Awesome.
That's just because I love the way you engage with the audience. You're doing great stuff over there. And I'm glad we crossed paths and I brought you on the company. Kelly Mavericks is an amazing character. You have a lot of great characters out there, man. How many characters did you make for 23?
So far I'm at like, I want to say 40 or 50 characters.
Wow, that's crazy. I like the Demolition character too. You created that one too, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So I dig it. Big shout out to you, Triple Beat, my friend. I'll bring you back on here in a little bit. I just had to shout you out for your commercial. And let's tell people out there to get more commercials, people. I want to have more fun with that shit, man. That's something really unique that I dig. Yeti, I'm talking to you. I want that Coccyx coffee commercial. Send me over to audio to that. So here's your champions currently right now. The breaking news, though, is we have a mega card on the 29th, and that means all these champions will defend their belts. But before that, we're going to announce our new show, LTD Legacy. It'll be held in the old school arena with the logos from way back in the Efed days. The Legacy Arena will be tomorrow night, the first Legacy show at 10 p.m., so we are going Sundays at 10, Tuesdays at 4, Thursdays at 10, sometimes sooner, and Saturdays at 4. Always be prepared for an early start, anywhere between an hour before each of these shows. If I'm feeling good enough, we'll go right into we'll go right into a show prior to the actual start time and get things rolling. Those logos are older than some of you people in the live chat. That LTD Wrestling logo, the old school logo, and the one on the wall are probably 25 years old at least. Those are the original logos I used way back in the day. So the old school will be the house of the Legacy brand. Here's your look at the Legacy Arena. Old school, LTD Old School will be coming Sunday nights at 10. And then, like I said, we have 4 brands. Legacy, Lethal, Empire, and Battle Queen. We will rotate nights. So I'll try to get every different type of brand on different shows. So, yeah, these old logos I dug up. The middle logo is the new Legacy logo, but the old school from LTD, someone made that one for me years and years ago before that's back when we used message boards and GeoCities for our website for the company. So the company is 23 years old, folks, this year. So the year 2000, we were born. Now let's look at an arena you guys wanted me to bring back, the Golden Pyramid. Golden Pyramid, it will be a mega card because all the titles will be on the line. Back in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yes, those like Paragon of Greatness and the Opaque Brotherhood were familiar with building pyramids. So we built an actual pyramid here in Las Vegas in the United States to hold shows. Actually, it's what saved us from the second almost apocalypse. But the Golden Pyramid has returned. It will be our super card, mega card. I'm sorry, mega cards when all the titles are on the line. The only thing that sucks about the arenas, for those that are struggling with 2K23, as well as the fact that I can't really decorate my barricade the way I want to. But what we do is find workarounds and make it work for us. Appreciate that, Beat. Appreciate that, Odds. The pyramid is back. See, so many people love the Golden Pyramid. And I had to change it up a little bit, but I really like the look that it came out to. Also I updated the Fantasy Action Wrestling FAW arena, which is, I call the spaceship. It's time machine arena, I call it, because trying to make it look like we can go anywhere in wrestling history and bring old wrestlers, new wrestlers together to fight. But the Golden Pyramid will be coming back at the end of the month for a mega card with all the championships on the line. You know what that means? That means title qualifiers start immediately this week. But let's go over the new rosters. And there are some names missing that I haven't heard back from yet. Obviously, we're still waiting to hear back from Aiden Nightwalker. He's on there. Rick Logan Parfit, who's on there. But those like Franco Ricci, Royo Solomon, Nightmare, and a couple other of the Battle Queen division members. So there will be some more added to this. So the legacy brand are mainly those who have been here since day one or associated with someone from day one. So Aiden Nightwalker taking Mordrin's spot. You have those like Blade Charge, Machete, known as Bob A. Hollywood, Bone Dog, Brian LG, Cowboy John, Dr. Anus Tickler. Yeah, he's there. D-Train, Jake Bagwell, JW, Kills Neptune. There's another heir. It's like, where's Waldo? You have to like find the mistakes in the roster. So Kills Neptune is Killa Neptune. I'll make sure I fix that as well. But you get the gist. This is going to be on the website so you guys know what roster you are on. You'll mainly fight those within your roster. However, cross promotion is going to be wide open, especially for title fights like Crazy 8 and Blitzkrieg. The Battle Queen division as well. The Empire brand also right up there, ready to rock and roll. This is your rosters for 2K23. Count Z goes in the Lethal brand. Count Z was just added. I'm trying to eliminate him and fire him, but I couldn't do it. So Count Z is in the Lethal brand. And I will continue to add a couple more names. You're looking at 21, 22 in each roster, something like that. I'm trying to shoot for. RS is in the building. Welcome in. And Stompy as well. Big shout out to NAW, putting on a great show earlier today as well. So this is your rosters going for April. Now, keep in mind, we'll be doing a gathering tournament soon, which will be a 64-person tournament. Bets are off as far as the roster. This week, it will go Legacy on Sunday, Empire on Tuesday, Thursday, the Battle Queen, and Saturday, Lethal. And that will rotate. That will rotate. I can fire him, especially the way he was dressed the other night. So we'll get some names back on there. Rain Sinclair, one of the newer members of the roster, part of the Lethal brand. And there are some names yet to be added here, as pointed out. The Empire brand has a couple that we're waiting for. The Battle Queen brand has a couple to be added yet as well. So your roster's moving forward. And we still got a little more business to take care of. Tag teams. Let's talk teams, folks. Keep this as a point of reference to come back to, and let me know. We will be finishing out. I need finishing maneuvers for a lot of tag teams. You can see the tag team name, the people in the tag team, your entrance motion. I'm trying to get everyone different entrance motions, or as best I can. There's not a ton out there. And tag team finishers. Some people might have the same finisher. I don't know. So if you see a tag team up there, your tag team's up there, and you still have yet to give me a finisher, just slide into my DMs, let me know, or we can figure one out. If you don't, I'll probably just pick whatever I think is best for you. But I would rather you guys as a team figure out what you want as your finisher. And the finishers are working this time around too, so that's a good thing. Clinton McCleary and Count Z are a new tag team, waiting for a name from them. And Marley Good and Jesse Jackhammer, a very interesting tag team, also brand new. So I'm looking for you guys to fill the rest of this up. I'll continue to update it. I'll put this out on all the social media platforms so you guys can get your entrance as well as a tag team finisher. Now, this does not include G6. We will be hammering out the G6 teams soon. We have a G6 match here tonight, as we're still testing out to find out which type of six-man tag match to use. So tag teams, we're still testing out. Tag Team Madness is our standard tag team match. That is, oh, not the crazy. Oh, my goodness, goddess, no. It's funny, though. Hey, Damacisms in the building. Good to see you. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So those are your tag teams for the Battle Queen and the regular division. If you don't have a tag team partner, let me know. We'll find you one, or you don't have to be in a tag team. It's not a requirement. You might be a singles wrestler and not want to be in a tag team. That's cool too. So here's your tag teams going forward. We haven't tested mixed tags yet. I know some people are saying they're a lot better, but following week, we will have some mixed tag matches, and we've been testing those out. This upcoming week, I'm going to release the schedule right now. So we're going to talk about what's coming up next week with 4 brands. Sunday. Tomorrow night, the first Legacy show in the Old School Arena around 10 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little sooner. We'll see how it goes. We have Blitzkrieg qualifiers, Shadowpress, JW, Bagwell, and Dr. Anus. Please don't let Dr. Anus Tickler get a championship. Mark Caliber and Cowboy John. Dr. Anus Tickler, for those who don't know, is a placeholder for Joel Quinn until Joey comes back. That's one of his characters as well. But thanks to Wild-Eyed Yeti up there as well. Some people don't have to have mixed tags if you don't want. We'll have some people will have mixed tag teams, some won't. We'll be testing those out next week and see how it goes. So here's some of the qualifiers. Internet qualifiers. Drum Monkey, former internet champ, taking on Neo Extreme. Cody Hagan and Corey Quinn will fight each other. The following week, those 2 winners will fight for an internet tag team title shot. Same thing up top. Mark Caliber, Cowboy John, Yeti, and Super Nacho, the 2 winners, will face each other for an internet title shot. Now, those who aren't in title shot opportunities this week will still have opportunities to get into the Blitzkrieg and other championship, or they're already a champion set up for a match. One thing that really bugs me here, and this is just the way the committee has voted, and this is what we get having the conglomerate own 40%. The World Championship qualifiers are resigned to the Legacy brand this time around. 6 former world champions will compete to see who's going to face Miles Stanley Ward, our world champ. Now, it will be a triple threat elimination in the following week, but Blade Charge and Bone Dog will fight. Paragon and Matt Outlaw will fight. Pete Wall and Brian LG will fight. Now, for those not in the midst for a world title shot this time around, don't worry, because when the Gathering tournament comes out and there's 64, everyone's going to have a shot at the world title. And that's the way we roll around here. This time around, it's resigned to the Legacy and former world champions to try to get that title shot. So let's see what the man that holds that title thinks about the 6 men he could fight as his first title defense. Let's bring on our LTD World Heavyweight Champion, the one and only Miles Stanley Ward. What's happening, Emmett?
The champ is here! Woo!
So Miles, man, you won that title right at the end of 2K22. You've had a couple fights here and there, but now you know who you might fight for that title on the 29th at the Golden Pyramid Mega Card. Blade Charge and Bone Dog, Paragon and Matt Outlaw, Pete Wall, and Brian LG. What do you think about the possible competitors you got?
Well, all I can say is this. Whether it's either of those 6 men that qualifies and becomes the #1 contender for this championship right here, I'm telling you right now, boys, come at me with everything you got, because I will be ready.
I love it. That's our world champion. Hey, that's all it needs to be said, really. You don't have a choice. Whoever you're going to fight now, the winner of those 3 will have a triple threat match the following week. And then on the 29th, you will defend that title one-on-one against one of them. Best of luck. And big shout out to you and your channel as well, Miles Stanley Ward. I appreciate you, brother.
Sure thing, Blaze.
So always love having MSW around. He's got his work cut out for him. Those are all former world champs. I'm still working with the committee to get Pete Wall off the active roster, or he must resign from ownership. Crazy 8 qualifier down here. We got TJ Toad and Jamar. We got Kelly Mavericks, Wally, Danny Wells, and Logan Windsor. Leo and Teddy are our tag team champs. Jester and Turmoil in one-on-one action. They could face them in tag team title because we have Jester and Turmoil fighting for the #1 contendership in the World Tag Team Championship. It will either be one of two different teams that are number one contenders, Jester and Turmoil, or Cowboy and Outlaw. Those two teams will face each other. Hey, there's my boy Anthony. What's up, Pittsburgh in the building? You missed it, man. We released all the digital wrestling cards. We'll come back to the cards here. Let's go back and give a shout out to some of the digital wrestling cards. Pittsburgh is the professional when it comes to collecting cards, and I really take pride in some of these creations of these cards, creating digital cards for all our digital characters here. As you see, Brian LG, so many different cards. I still have about 100 cards to make. So big shout out to my man Pittsburgh. Check him out. And I'll be seeing you at that next card show as well. So all our digital wrestling cards we debuted earlier, our new arena. And now we're talking about the upcoming match cards this week. We went over the new roster, all the tag teams that are in action, and the match card for Sunday night. Now, 4 shows a week, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 10-4, 10-4. Eastern times, that is. So, before we go into the final couple slides and talk to a couple more people here, let's take one or another commercial break.
We'll return after these messages.
Hey, guys and gals. Cassie here, reminding you to stop into the Red Lounge. We're open 24/7, 365. So come in. We're the only place in town where every story has a guaranteed happy ending. You're watching Leaning Towards Death Wrestling with your boy, Blaze McCoy, on the Blaze Radio Network. Make sure to check out all of his shows every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. He's putting the unity back in community, right here on YouTube.
Hey now, big shout out to Cassie, Madam Red. And we got to redo those since now we have 4 shows a week. But a big shout out to Cassie, Madam Red, for everything she's done for the channel as well. And let's talk about the other shows. Battle Queen, we had 9 matches last week, which bring us all the 9 singles winners are now in Battle Queen qualifier matches. Triple threat matches will lead to a triple threat final qualifier to see who will take on Firestar for the Battle Queen Championship. Those that have won matches, Annabelle, Goddess, Wrestling Mama, Molly Mercy, Cougar Knight, and Hot Cheese, Whisper Bagwell, Jen Richards, and Crushing Kelly Black. Those 9 competitors will face off in triple threat matches. And then another triple threat to see who's going to face Firestar. But our Battle Queen has work cut out for her as well. A non-title fight. Champion versus champion. Check this match out. It'll be a knockout match between our Battle Queen Firestar and our tap-out Princess Carmen Gonzalez. Big shout out to Solo Season dropping $1.99 dono. Big shout out to you. Hey, keep in mind, folks, you too can become a member as well, dropping all those emojis. Drop it like it's hot. And big shout out to all the members of the channel out there, repping them as well. Thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. Solo Season does some great work on his channel too, kind of following the same similar format to what we do, which is Dungeons and Dragons style role-playing action here on YouTube, where you in the live chat can help make the story better. And I appreciate everyone's involvement. Big shout out to Solo Season, another member of the community that you definitely have to check out. Goddess of Pain, 7-match gauntlet. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. So we also have Tap Out Princess qualifiers for Carmen Gonzalez. It's Cassie Madam Red versus Evie Bloodyard, and it's Patty Chase versus Lady Devil. The winners of those 2 will face off again. Those are all submission matches for the Tap Out Princess. And then you look at the bottom, we got the feud between Doc and Brooklyn Joker has heated up on DTW and Doc's channel, but it carries over here as well. Their 3rd match, the rubber match, will be a lethal qualifier. It will be Ripper Springheel and Killshot Matt Storm. So that's what it's all about. That's right. Hey, we're all part of the community, and we put unity in the community. That's how we do it around here. This is how we do it. Rain Sinclair versus Atticus Black is interesting. And Andy Price. Andy Price had his spot in a Friendly Fire Rumble stolen by Jinx McCoy the other night. So my son and Andy will face off. We're not heavily story-based because there's so many people, but there's always a couple interlaying stories within the show that we like to try to do and keep it interesting. Right now, it was the Almost Apocalypse. It's the conglomerate of Pete Wall and Mr. Mercy trying to take over the company. Hell, we had an actual takeover for, what was it, like a week or two with the Carnival Dark Circus? I get choked up even thinking of it. Count Z and Clinton McCleary, tag team name to be announced, versus Willie Styles and Big Daddy Beard. We got Riley Wolf versus Dragonheart and Azrael Black, Mike Wasson, and John Breakdown. That's an interesting. Now, here's the thing. You see 3 different sets of internet qualifiers, which basically means the winners of those will fight the following week, and then those winners will face off against each other. Or we could have a multi-man internet championship match. Stay tuned for more on that. Let's go back a little bit here and go back to this fight here. We have Breakfast for Dinner, a brand new tag team. Stompy and CK Nova, love the name as well, versus Marley Good and Jesse Jackhammer, plus some Crazy 8 qualifiers. Right now, the Crazy 8 champ, Killer Neptune, will be defending that title at the Supercard at the end of the month. That's right. At the end of the month, it will be the Golden Pyramid Supercard. Every championship will be on the line. We'll also be testing out mixed tag and go back to War Games next month also. But let's bring someone on that has an interesting matchup here. Someone said they were angry in the live chat about their match. I don't know why he's angry about it. But let's talk to who he will fight. The man who is angry for some reason. He's ticked off, says Jamar Games. Let's talk to who he's going to fight. The one and only TJ Toad. What's up, TJ? It's TJ Cat. Cat TJ, what's happening?
All right, I'm now in human mode now.
Yeah,
here we go. What's up?
I was going to grab one of my cats and have him talk back to you. So, TJ, big shout out to you first and foremost. Blue Toad Wrestling is always amazing and awesome to be a part of. So, big shout out to you for that. And all the stuff you do, bro. I always give you so much praise, and I mean it. You were one of my inspirations here to really evolve my channel. So I dig it. I dig it. And many of you guys are gamers, and I'm not. So that's a big difference. But all the extra stuff aside, you and Jamar one-on-one to get in that Crazy 8 title fight. What's your thoughts going into that?
Okay, I'll give you that and a little something else. But as far as Jamar, so he says. So what did he say?
He said he's ticked off.
Ticked off about what?
I don't know. I should let
It doesn't matter what he's ticked off about.
Oh, Jamar, why are you ticked off?
I'm ticked off. Not you, TJ Toad. I'm ticked off of the committee. I'm ticked off about them because every single time the committee likes to pick the other tag teams higher than me and Wally, though.
Oh,
like TJ Toad, I'm just gonna say it's going to be a great match. Hey, you versus me. We never fought before. This is probably first. This is the first time we ever gonna fight against each other. And Ashley, hey, you probably need to watch out because the ace will splash, and you might get choked out by a sandcastle.
I dig it. So Jamar, he wants a shot for him and Wally, which the way it works around here, those who continue to win as tag teams continue to go up, and then they get that title shot. That's how it's been since the beginning. So Jamar and Wally, you'll get your opportunity plenty of times. So I figured it'd be nice to bring him on since you're fighting him. But TJ, go ahead, continue your thoughts, my friend.
Well, of course, I that was just a joke about pulling a rock on you. But yes, it's gonna come down to cat power.
Watch out!
It's gonna come down to that because, yes, I may be 275, 6'5", and you know he is right about one thing. He is the ace. but he's dealing with double-toed 7.
I know. And what do you think? I mean, you had that match against Yeti and you bounced right back. You lost the crown, but you bounced right back. Double-toed 7 in full effect now here in LTD. I love it. That's resiliency personified, my friend.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'll get Yeti back at another time. But I'm going to focus on qualifying for that Crazy 8 title.
Awesome.
But I will say this though, me and Jamar, we will tear the house down. We might even burn it down. With all due respect to Jessica Vesuvius.
Well, you'll be in a ring tonight with Jamar's tag partner in the Surrender 7 elimination match. It's Logan Windsor, Marley Good, Andy Price, Teddy X, Doc Tube, Hunter, Wally, and yourself. And that's all submission. So the power of the Toad's going to come out tonight, probably.
Oh, it is. It is. And, just because I'm big and tall does not mean I can't get on the mat and stretch people into pretzels.
Here's breaking news for you, too. The committee just approved this. You're in a Crazy 8 qualifier against Jamar, which could turn into a qualifier for a different match title shot because tonight's Surrender 7 elimination match is also for a Crazy 8 title shot. So now you have 2 opportunities, either tonight or that match against Jamar, to get into that Crazy 8 shot. And with the Crazy 8 and the Blitzkrieg titles, open up the doors for any championship if you defend them.
Well, that sounds good. That sounds great, actually.
So I also have to let you plug your channel a little bit here before you go. What's next for Blue Toad Wrestling, baby?
Well, I thought you'd never ask.
I love promoting other people. You know that.
Oh, definitely. Now, today actually is the last day for 2K22. After this, I will be moving forward with 23. And
BBTW is up there for grabs too there now. You know, Triple Beat, everything you say or type in LTD's live chat can and will be held against you in the court of Blaised McCoy. So what's BB? That sounds like something kind of sketchy, a little sus there. BBTW.
Big Bad Toad Wrestling.
Okay,
No.
we'll clean it up a little bit. I was going somewhere else, but
no, I'm not going there.
So tell us more about what's coming up on. Here's something I really want to use you as an example here, TJ, because there's so many channels out there that a lot of times me and you are streaming at the same time, but we still support each other 100%. Saturdays are busy, so I never expect anybody to not stream when they can just because someone else is live. That those days are over. There's way too many. Please stream whenever you can and let TJ and I be a shining example to you guys out there. Go live when you can and then just support everyone as much as you can. You can still be okay with people. Don't get upset about it. Just do your own thing regardless, because there's enough world out there for everybody. So and watch replays. There you go. See, Goddess knows.
Absolutely.
So tell us what's going on in so the last 2K22. So what's your plans going into 23? Are you going to change anything up? You're going to keep it all the same?
Well, I mean, the structure will more or less be the same now. I did get a chance to talk to Triple Beat yesterday, and I was a bit how do I put this? Discouraged. But then when he told me, well, it's not the AI tendencies, it's the gameplay mechanics that you have start a new universe mode on. Because I was under the impression that you had to change the tendencies each time, and then every time you have to do that, then you have to start universe mode again. I'm like, oh, please.
Well, basically what the video kind of said from what I took, and it's kind of working for me. And even if you're all at default in the tendency, that's the thing. The verbiage is so important this year because you got personality traits, you got attributes, and you have tendencies. So the verbiage is very important. Your personality traits, which some people forget to do, is just the bars back and forth, basically telling you heel or face, how your character acts. The attributes, from what I understand, don't really matter as much anymore. So us maxing us out at 100, it's not really making a big difference because it defaults to these tendencies which you can make your guy not jump off the ropes, springboard, use more weapons, etc. So I understand how some people, we were maxing out our attributes that they thought, well, I'm going to max out my tendencies too.
That doesn't work. Of course,
no,
we all
because,
now know.
Well, the one I always point to is instant recovery. After my changing of all these things the first time around, people were getting power bombed on steps and getting right back up. So instant recovery at 100, your guy's is going to no sell a lot of stuff. And I know you guys don't want that. I thought you were going to say you had beef with Triple Beat or something. I'm like, yeah, all right, let's start a feud. But you guys are tag team partners, the California Kids. Let's see. I was going to bring Beat back on and be like, let's go at it.
Hey, oh,
that's all.
On those tendencies, if you have all your tendencies at 100, I've been doing some test matches, and it turns that character into a jobber because the AI doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
throwing that out there.
And there was a couple settings I went by because I always look for the videos that people put out that they test everything a million times and test it out. But everyone should tweak it to their own liking. But I did one, and if you guys remember, everyone's kicking out right at 2. Right at 2.
Oh,
right
yes.
at 2. And the match never ended. I was so frustrating. But these two guys below me, TJ and Triple Beat, a big shout out to both of them because they do a lot of the testing. We try a lot when we share best practices. That's why this is really a community. It's not just a group of people that run shows. This is a legit community because we've learned from each other. I've learned a lot from Triple Beat. I've learned a lot from TJ for years. And that's because we share best practices. And that's go ahead, TJ.
And not to mention, before I learned from Triple Beat, I learned from you.
And I learned from others as well. We all learn. It doesn't
I
matter how long you've done it or how you do it. You can still learn from other people. That's kind of the lesson I'd like to put out there.
Awesome.
And big shining example are these two right here. But these guys, you guys are gamers. You guys actually play the games and stuff too, which I admire. And like I said, I like to remind people I'm not a gamer. And if you've ever watched a show where I had a glitch I had to get out of, you know I'm not a gamer. Like, what button climbs the cage? What button? I can't get in the ring, you know. And for playing these games for years and years and years, it doesn't matter. I want to make the game what it is for us. And big shout out to what Triple Beat, what you do, and everybody in the live chat too. There's so many others. Chaos Reaper has his show. Odds, Goddess. I mean, there's so many people out there doing such good products and bringing their own spin to it. And you guys are always entertaining and always fun to watch. And I really appreciate having you guys part of the community.
Oh, that's wonderful.
It's fun to be here.
And I talked about it earlier when I said I go to Triple Beat show and I always laugh. And to hear you laugh as well at some of the dumbass jokes we do and shit, it says that's what it's all about, man. I mean, a lot of people love really getting into character and having fun, but just letting loose and having fun regardless, I think is the main goal, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
And TJ, you said you're not really changing going through. And I was going to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got a good thing. There's not a lot of stuff you have to. At least we can use Hell in a Cell and ladder matches this year.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I mean, and if I do have to change something, it's only because of the game and the way it's structured. But other than that, it's always going to be a main card and bonus matches.
People who know me know I don't preach. I don't tell anybody how to do anything. But I do want to try to give advice if I could. Like, there were so many people that were still trying to do these 8-man Hell in a Cell and 8-man ladder matches in 22. And I'm like, don't torture yourself. It's not going to work. Like, oh, it'll, I'll put this in, some people who put KO on the Hell in a Cells, that helped because then they get knocked out. But it was so glitchy. It was so broken. That's like trying to get, heaven forbid me even mention it, heaven forbid someone trying to get 2K20 to work.
Well,
I think I used 20 for like 2 weeks. And then I was like, back to 19. So it is what we do. No matter what the game gives us, we have to figure out workarounds. If I'm just trying to figure it out by myself, it's not going to be as easy as if we have 15, 20. Last year, I think I had 38 or close to 40 different people on my roster that had their own shows. That's why I had to do the gathering. And I'll be doing it again this year. And I love, keep sharing your best practices, things that work for you and things that don't. These guys are a shining example of what members of this community should be like. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And give me some more commercials, Beat. That's a good one.
We'll do.
I need
Absolutely.
Oh.
I said
There we go.
I'm working on a new one. So for one of my heels, it'll be fun.
And it also goes for anybody who has channels. Like I know a lot of people have those commercials for their company, but it has to be non-copyright so I can use it. But I love to promote your shows. So if anyone has a commercial for their company, send them my way. I'll either use them on these talk shows or I'll play audio if you just have audio and stuff like that. So TJ, good luck in your match tonight and next week. And shout out to TJ Cat.
Oh, of course. And I should also mention that the last show is loosely based, or not loosely. It's our version of Money in the Bank, but we call it capital investment. Just to keep it copyright friendly and all that stuff.
I like be original. Yep, I dig it. Try to be as original as you can, folks. Or some people like to not be original. It's all up to you. Thanks, TJ.
Not a problem.
All right, make sure you guys check out TJ on his channel. It's always fun over there. The mall, yeah, those backstage brawls are what I do want to test, and I am getting word, unfortunately, right now, as we're getting ready to go over to the show, that there is a problem already in the arena here in Pittsburgh. Our final return to the Surface show. They're not on the show today, so they're causing problems. The conglomerate has a group of individuals causing a stir in the back, so we're gonna have to address that when we get down to business and get into the show. There's Marley, good to burn out. We're closing in on time to get to the show. We have the Battle Queen show we talked about here. Let's bring on one of the competitors in the Battle Queen show coming up on good old 420. Smoke them if you got them. This Thursday night, she's a 4-time Battle Queen champ. Let's see who we have here. There's so many. Always brings a family to the show, and I always appreciate it. Lady Devil.
And hello to you, Blaised.
What's happening, man? How you doing?
Oh, doing all right. Been working slowly to get my show back on the air.
I was going to ask, Mythic Legends, based on Greek mythology, a very unique idea. I love what you do over there and can't wait till you come back.
And one thing we're doing is we're going to unify the belts and make them more Greek-like.
Cool. I dig that. And that's LD is an example of someone who's taken a theme and really ran with it. So the Greek mythology theme, mixing created characters and actual Greek mythology characters is very cool. So make sure you check that out and good luck. And as always, been part of the community for years. And we share best practices and all that and characters. For all that, so I look forward to your show. What I want to talk to you about is your opportunity to get a Tap Out Princess title shot. You're going to fight, as you see on the board here, Patty Chase.
Whew, Dark Patty once again. I will say this. We are no strangers to each other. No. We've been back and forth. And I believe I was the one who dethroned Patty the first time when she had it.
Yep. Now an opportunity
to win my Triple Crown status.
And the winner of that'll take on either Evie or Cassie going on the other side. And the ultimate will face Carmen Gonzalez at the Mega Card on the 29th. So I know LD is coming back fiercer and more powerful than ever this year. So I can't wait to see what goes down with Lady Devil on the 20th.
Yes.
And going forward.
And I will say the reason behind that, her dark energy and her evil energy have returned.
And always
so they have combined.
And what we talked about earlier too, you are one of the 4-time Battle Queen champs. So I know you'd love to be Tap Out Princess again, but I know your eyes, along with Goddess and Cougar, are set on that record 5th Battle Queen title shot as well.
Yes.
So we'll see.
And it has eluded me. It has eluded me.
All right, so it's a big shout out to you, LD, and thanks for being on the show, man. I appreciate it.
And one more thing I like to say to those ladies, if you got something to say to me, step up and say it to my face.
I love it. I love it. That's what I love about, having the ability to come on here and voice your character or talk as the manager of your character, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. We have a lot of men that run women's characters, women's that run men's characters, et cetera, et cetera. I love it. And the creative side of LD on that Mythic Legends is always fun too. So can't wait till that comes back around. Great matches coming up this week. We talked about adding a 4th show, but we got to talk about tonight's show. But before that, we're going to go back to we've already kind of
hit all the talk with Triple Beat and TJ, as well as the others. So there's a specific way in 2K23 that we can adapt to. It's not what we wanted. It's not perfect. So we have to work around it. So this conversation is the only time I like using the caw, thanks to my man Chance. I want to bring this back more regularly, where we actually talk, and definitely people like Triple Beat and TJ are invited all the time. Goddess, those who are heavily involved in testing and setting up, and setting up the shows, how to set up the channel, how to set up the game itself. Tonight, I'm testing the referee thing. Big shout out to Corey Quinn, who said, as we noticed, you guys notice, our referees haven't been the right referees that's chosen for the show. So Corey, I may have messed it up tonight. We'll find out when the show comes out. But according to Corey, it was working. If you, every time you start up the game, go right into your show and edit it, change the referee to who you want again, and it should trigger it to work, because we're getting the same referee who I have named Clive Parker, the cousin of Tyson Parker. So what I did now, every time I set up a match for this match card tonight, I went in and changed the referee to bow tie. So we'll see if bow tie referees tonight or not. That's a minor problem. Big shout out to 2K for War Games. War Games is a big hit. It's a brutal match. It's fun. I wish you could do a custom arena, but that's here or there. I'm not going to nitpick. Also, a lot of workarounds we have. Tons of workarounds. What matches not to use or to use. I cannot do a 6-man tornado elimination match. It'll let you create it. You can view it in your custom matches. But when you go in to set a match, it's not there. Not in play mode, not in universe mode. So tornado elimination 6-man is gone. Yes, we have heard that the AI sets the tables on fire and also goes through the announce table. I've seen it on a show or two, but I haven't witnessed it on my show yet. So the AI, once again, let's get the verbiage. Personality traits. I was going to take screenshots and show you guys now, but we'll do that another time. We've got enough, and we got a show to do here. But personality traits, as you design your character, make sure you set your personality traits. Helps the character act a certain way. Attributes, we're staying at all 100, which doesn't really affect the game that much, according to a lot of the big YouTubers and videos I've watched, which I take all of them with a grain of salt. Some of them are actually gamers, so they're talking about the gameplay. We don't do gameplay. So we're talking about AI versus AI. And some of those game settings, you'll see gameplay and you'll see AI. The AI ones obviously are more important. I had one setting that I was talking about the other night, which is finisher. You have finisher, and then you have second finisher and third finisher. I have it more likely to end the match if someone hits 2 finishers or 3 or more. And so far, that's been working pretty good. So that is in your game settings. It's a lot of verbiage. It's very confusing. You have personality traits, you have attributes, and you have tendencies. What I saw in the other video, and I'll repeat it again from earlier, that the AI tendencies, which are the thing that really make your character do different, weren't transferring over into universe mode. So you can check out the video. I'll share it. But also the way to fix it was set up all your AI tendencies. You start a brand new universe mode. As soon as you enter that universe mode, you exit that universe mode. And that kind of locks in your game settings and makes the AI attributes work in universe mode. We've seen a little bit of response to that already. However, keep in mind, if you are designing your character and leave the default AI attributes, most of them have been working pretty good. The only one I definitely like to change, I keep repeating it, is instant recovery because of the no cells and stuff like that. So tweak out your, I have the bottom 4 I change around a lot. Same thing with ring escape. Most of our matches are elimination or falls count anywhere. So ring escape being 50% isn't really a bad thing. But for some companies, you might not want them leaving the ring a lot. Drop those. It's a process if you have 40, 50 people in your company to go through, because those are individual to each character. But 2K23 isn't perfect. I could sit here and complain for 5 hours about things I don't like about it. But we have, since I've been around 2K17, 18, 19, 22, and 23, had to find workarounds to make the game work better for us. Here's my advice. Use your community. Use the Skype we have a Skype group for showrunners. We have I have a Facebook group specifically for LTD. It's private. So if you're not in the private Facebook group, you want to be, just give me a shout. A lot of great stuff we share there, as well as the Twitter. So Twitter, I don't have any groups on Instagram, but I do share everything there as well. So Ring Escape, 25 is also very good. I mean, here's the way you look at it. Think of it as a percentage. How often do you want that character to do something? And I give credit to one of the videos I watched as an explanation was really good about that. So weapons use. If you want your character to use weapons half the time, put it at 50%. If your character is more of a hardcore character, you may get to 60 or 70. I personally, in my opinion, do not want anyone's AI attribute over 90 because I don't know how that's going to affect the game. So as my rule, everything's 90 or lower. If you had anything at 100, it's now at 90 or lower on my show. That's the standard I want it to keep at. And there he is hiding out. Yeah, Monstar. You and Pete with your conglomerate have people causing shit at the show already. I'm going to do my best to make sure you lose your 40% ownership. Speaking of ownership, and we're going to talk more and more conversations about the game and hopefully help other people that are transferring over. I know we talked to a few already, like TJ, that are still in transition into 23. Now, I want to help everyone make that a smooth transition, no matter how you're running your show. There's no wrong way to do it. Stop breaking mirrors. We have to address the elephant in the room, or the moron not in the room right now, and that's Radio Rex. I could say his name as much as I want now because he is not showing up here today. He has 20% ownership. Oh, he is here? I thought we were just going to get a letter to he did just drop off oh, goodness gracious. So we're going to get word on Radio Rex, who owns 20% of the company right now, but he wants to fight again. So he's forced to give up his 20%. If he gives it to Blaze and the Steel City Committee, because my 20% and the Steel City Committee's 20%, it's probably easier just to look at the damn picture. Here's what we have to figure out. I own 40% with the Steel City Committee. Rex owns 20%. So he is the balancing factor that basically holds control of the future of leading towards Death Wrestling. Lord help us all. So Monstar and Goddess are staring at each other. Goddess, if you're looking for a new boyfriend, maybe there you go. Good luck. Upper management, the firm of Beaumont, Henstock, and Royal, former owners, combined with the anonymous benefactors, now known as the conglomerate. That's Pete Wall, Sean. I called you Sean Shamrock, Mr. Mercy. The Shonky Tonk Man. He was the Shonky Tonk Man back in the day, too. And all his other many monikers of Monstar. So 40%, and 20%. Those who know math very well can add. There you go. That's 100%. So without further ado, no, I don't want him to come in here. Just give me the letter, the envelope. He has it sealed. What a fucking moron. Terrible penmanship, by the way, Rex. You're a moron. The decision we've all been waiting for. Last thing, we'll go over the match card for tonight and head over to the show. It's 4:30, and we're about to get ready to rock and roll. It is our final Return to the Surface show here in the Empire Arena, which I am hanging out in. Rex's decision. Hopefully, Patty convinced him to do the right thing and give his 20% to Blaze and the Steel City Committee. We will have ownership again, and that'll be the end of it. Oh, Jesus, you can't even spell, Rex. The balance of power to be decided right now, Andy Price. That's right, my friend. Where will it be? No, he doesn't want to be. I don't want him in the booth. Jade, are you crazy? It's bad enough when he shows up to the shows. You got to be kidding me. Are you shitting me? I can't do this. I was going to mock his voice and be an silly, but I can't do that ridiculous voice. It's insane. You all have to wait till the 29th for my decision. Are you trying to sell tickets to the mega card, Rex? What the fuck is this? So no decision tonight, folks. There it is. How do you figure? Radio Rex disappoints again. Yeah, he's trolling us all. How about it? So the decision was supposed to be made now, you moron. So now the decision will be made at the mega card on the 29th. All the titles on the line. And Radio Rex. Yeah, I said your name more than 3 times. You ain't showing up. Yes, exactly. Chicken shit. So we won't have a decision until the 29th at the mega card. And dare I say it's a good marketing ploy? So don't miss it. Clinton McCleary will be defending both his internet and lethal championships that night. Carmen Gonzalez defends her tap out princess. Reaper, Ripper, and Joker defend the G6 titles. Rose and Ramsey will defend the Double Duchess championships. Mark Caliber, Azrael Black, and Bob A. Machette, Hollywood have already qualified for Crazy 8. More Crazy 8 qualifiers this week. Hunter McIntyre defends the Blitzkrieg Championship. Danny Wells and Clinton McCleary. And then the House of X, Leo and Teddy will face either the Wolves Den or the Bouncers of Matt Outlaw and Cowboy John. They have won, both of those tag teams have now won 2 tag matches in a row. And there'll be one more. Oh, and you're trying to defend him, Turmoil? Well, if Rex wants to wrestle again, he's got to give it up. Firestar defends her Battle Queen Championship, and Miles Stanley Ward defends the world title. That's all coming up on the 29th at the mega card. We got 4 shows this week starting tomorrow night with the new Legacy brand. But let's talk about today. Here's your match card for tonight. We got Count Z making his formal LTD 23 debut. He was in the Friendly Fire Rumble the other night, but he will take on Shadow Press. Clinton McCleary will take on J-Dog. That is, I believe, now a lethal match. So that'll be more weapons encouraged. Cody Hagan versus Neo Extreme. Jay Vulture versus Jesse Jackhammer. And we will still test out some more multi-man matches tonight. Yeah, Patty's still working on him. Ew, gross! I don't want to hear about you working on Rex. I don't care who you're banging. I don't care who you're sleeping with. Didn't I say that earlier? Making me throw up in my mouth a little bit. Sorry. Thanks a lot, Patty. I love you to death, but man, hopefully something happens. Here tonight, 3-way table elimination. Corey Quinn, Danny Wells, and Jeff Matthews. Table matches have been insane so far. That should be crazy. 4-way ladder match, our first ladder test. And I actually got the LTD briefcase up there. What's inside the briefcase? We'll find out tonight. Blade Charge, Jamar, Leo X, and Kelly Mavericks. What could be in that briefcase? Maybe it's Rex's 20% ownership. Yeah. G6 match. We did a G6 match the other night. It was pretty good. It would only lasted like 15, less than 20 minutes. It was KO included. This time we're testing that same G6 tag elimination. No knockout, but it is falls count anywhere. We'll see how that goes. It is Pete Wall, Yeti Bloodyard, and Dr. Anus Tickler. Yes, they have their lackeys causing shit in the back right now. We have doubled security. They take on Drum Monkey, Jester, and Turmoil. The Surrender 7 match we talked about earlier. Doc, Hunter, Wally, Toad, Teddy, Andy, Marley, and Logan. That is now a Crazy 8 match. Winner goes to the Crazy 8 title fight at the end of the month. And then our main event, they will be a tag team, but before they can team up, they got to beat the snot, piss, shit, farts, and burps out of each other, people. That is Stompy and CK Nova, tag team known as Breakfast for Dinner, which makes me want to have French toast at like midnight. Stompy and CK Nova, best friends. They help run NAW together. CK Nova, GM over there. Stompy running the show. Great show, too. Tons of energy from my man Stomp. Big shout out to him as well. Another company will be celebrating in the upcoming Gathering tournament. March Madness. We'll have April. We'll have May Madness, it looks like, folks. The Gathering returns in the month of May. That's another big announcement here tonight. There you have it, folks. A shit ton of information in just under 2 hours. We got at least 2 more hours to go, folks. Starting now in just a few minutes, the Empire Brand Show. Saturday today. Return to the surface. The apocalypse is over. It wasn't even an apocalypse. I want to thank all the people that came on to the show. It always makes the show better. And I challenge everyone else out there who didn't come on to the show to come on to the show. Hang out. You don't have to be in character. You can be out of character, anything you want. I would love to have some new faces pop up here as well and share their thoughts on the company, the show, or promote their company and show. It doesn't matter. I love each and every one of you guys. You're amazing. And continue to put unity in this community. Continue to make you guys laugh. Have a good time. Within 15 minutes, we will be live with more. But before we go, how about one more commercial? Do you like playing with your balls? What? Do you want to play with your balls? What?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Mad balls, gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball, they're gross, funny, yucky, sick. There's 8, so you can take your pick. We throw, catch, it's fun. There's so much gross in every one. Freaky fun is what they're for. There's so much ugly, so much more. Gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. Mad ball.
Freaky fun for everyone, sold separately from Amtoy.
This is a recording.
Please hang up and try your call again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
We're sorry. The number you have reached has been disconnected.
All right, guys, a lot of information we covered tonight. The new brand, the Legacy brand, starts tomorrow night. We now have 4 shows a week. We went over the digital wrestling cards. I'll be debuting more of those as we go through. Make sure you're linked to that website that Nightbot just dropped. That is our Wix website. Bookmark that bitch, I always say, and I mean it. We went over the match cards, the new shows. We got to talk to a bunch of amazing people. We talked about the game and some best practices. Always reach out to some friends in the community if you need help, if you're setting up your show. We talked about the mega card at the end of the month, which is the Golden Pyramid, not the Golden Shower Pyramid, Yeti. I know you're going to go with that. And next month, we'll be bringing you the Gathering back again. I cannot wait because I love celebrating all the great channels out there, all the great people behind it. Peace and positive vibes. I can't say that yet. We got a show to do, folks. So play with your mad balls, have a block party, drink some Eliminator beer, go to the Red Lounge, send me some commercials, whether it's typed out and I'll read it, whether it is an audio or video commercial, whether it's for a silly product that you just made up, a real product, or your channel here on YouTube. I want you guys to send me some more commercials so we can even have more fun. Shout out to all the members of the channel. You saw here how you too can become a member. I appreciate you all. This has been Get Blazed. And y'all just got blazed. Stay tuned. We got leaning towards death wrestling, digital wrestling action coming up in just a few minutes from here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Return to the surface. It's the Empire brand. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a few. Stay tuned.
Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed. Get blazed.